Well, folks, come on. You know the drill. It's 10 taps, 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for the yeah, and 1 to hit return. Throw it into the comments and let's get this show started, eh? I see them coming. Come on. Come on. I'm not starting it till I see that screen full of hell yes. It's how we start, it's how we finish, and it's tradition now. I'm not having it any other way. Come on, folks. I want to see him going. Come on. I know even you folks who who only do it at the start and only listen while you're hobbying. This is the one time. That's better. That's much better. Right, shall we do this? I think we shall. Hello, folks, girls. It is 9 o'clock. It is Saturday night. Mel is looking fresh, and the astute of you will notice there's foam. Yes, we're going to be making stuff and working on Isolation's Reach. This is the Keep Calm and Crack On show, and I'm your host, Mel the Train Shooter. That was rather professional, wasn't it? Is that a sign of going mad in isolation? That Mel's actually getting professional at this? I am kind of worried, to be perfectly honest, folks. Right, we are connected across all the platforms. We have multipass on all the platforms. Periscope's still been a little bit of a sod, but Periscope always was. But we are live on Twitch, we are live on Facebook, and of course we are live on YouTube. Now, what we will expect as usual is that for the comments to keep going in about 40-50 minutes, YouTube and Restream will have a little argument. Yeah, the comments will disappear, stall for a little while, and for that time, yeah, the Facebookers and the Twitchers will rise up and dominate the screen. Hold it, guys. You've just got to hold. You've got to wait till you see the whites in their eyes and Restream stalls. Then YouTubers, Twitchers dominate the screen. That professionalism won't last long. I don't think it will last long either, Jason. Mel's a day behind me getting the foam out. I have been busy with terrain the whole way along. So how are we enjoying Saturday? Obviously, we've got the isolationists and we've got the essentials. Yeah, we're all isolation reachers here. Are we keeping well? And there we go, less than a minute. I told you. I'm not pretending. Look, when you tune into this channel, what you get is me, isn't it? I mean, you can't fake this. Would you want to fake this? Right. Been making so many battle mats using your method lately. Great tutorial. Raptor, make sure you post them to the Terrainiacs group on Facebook. I would like to see them. Links down below. Tom's in with a hell yeah. Hello, Tom. Now, we've got Pammy, but we have a little game to play. And we're going to we'll play the game in a little while, but I need to get prepared. So I need to grab a graphic. Grab a graphic or two. Right. Chat. Chase. Save. On the desktop as Pammy. There we go. That's done. We'll talk about that in a moment. Sorry I'm late. Hell yeah. It's perfectly fine, mate. It's perfectly fine. Yeah? J Screen, come on. It's come up with experience and force of habits. By the end of isolation, Mel will probably have 5 or 6 minutes at least with the professionalism. You're open, aren't you, Written? 5-6 minutes of professionalism out of me. Yeah, you don't know me, dude. Right, so let's start the show. Right, quick technical update. Everything is on hold. We are ticking along. We're streaming well. What I'm going to start to do now is I'm going to start the show a couple of minutes later. Yeah, so instead of the 15-minute wait, we'll go for 10 minutes. And as I'm getting a little bit more confident on everything's working, we'll drop it back to the 5 minutes so you're not hanging around for ages. Yeah. Just makes sense. You know, the 15 minutes was to give me time to figure things out if it didn't work. But clearly we've got it working. So, We're on the up. Right, next. Shall we do the Pammy update? Yes, it is time for Pammy, the pandemic panic panda. Damn. Mel must be going mad. And it's time for our updates. So let's have our serious conversation now. Yeah, and then once we've had our serious conversation now, we can relax because it's Saturday night. It's pee time. That's a lot of pee, Tamsin. Do you need to take a break, darling? Right. So, we've got Pammy. Yeah, Willow is incredibly gutted that we've got Pammy. Yeah, I've had to reassure her all her other little soft toys that she's ordered, yeah, are hers. And it's only Pammy I'm borrowing for this show. Sorry, Wills, if you're watching. You shouldn't be watching, young lady, but if you are. Right. You never know with them, do you? So, Pammy update. Hey, Cat's in. I have to sew masks until 1 a.m. Just ran in the door. Nap time coming up in 2 hours. Hello, Cat. P4 has opened the COVID door. P4? What's P4? Oh. Right, P4. No, I don't like that. It's Pammy. So, what's happened in the UK? Well, in the UK, it's been gripes about testing. They've announced more Nightingale hospitals, and it looks like for the UK, outside of London, yeah, the West Midlands is a particular hotbed. Now, this doesn't surprise me. This is a disease that's coming from outside the country. Yeah, obviously the West Midlands has a heavy, multicultural population. Yeah, so I'm expecting Bradford, Leeds, and probably go that way next as another hotspot. Yeah, just on the fact of it's coming through travel. Okay, so we'll have to see how that pans out. We're at this weird situation politically, yeah, where all the science advisors, yeah, who are legitimately advising, yeah, the government are going, yeah, it's going to be end of May. It's going to be end of May before lockdown ends. It's going to be end of May, based on results, end of May. Yeah, and no politician has yet come out and said anything more than, yeah, we've got tough times ahead. We've got tough times ahead. Yeah, we've got tough times ahead. So you've got the scientists who are talking to them behind the scene, behind the cameras going, all of them going, end of May, at least, end of May. Yeah, and then we've got the all the politicians just going, yeah, it's lockdown now. Boris has had to stay in isolation for longer, which is a damn good way of avoiding the press, if you ask me. I noticed that he's doing his video messages, but he hasn't figured out how he can do video conference calls yet with the press. I bet Boris is licking doorknobs like you wouldn't imagine. Give me a hit. I need a ventilator. Just get me bad enough for a ventilator and get through this after it's all over. Not yet. They're supposed to be moving July. Right. Right. Remember, guys, if you're talking about what's happening in your country, you need to tell us what country you're talking about. This includes people in the UK. So when I read your comments, people can put it in context. Because we've got a lot of different situations and a lot of different variations in lockdowns and conditions around the world because it's rolling through the world. Boris should do isolation reach too. Well, I do hear he likes modelling out of wine racks or wine boxes. I think what we do is above his level, to be perfectly honest. Great, I'm moving to Loggerheads. Loggerheads is all right. Well, it is up the road if you're talking about my Loggerheads. It's rather nice in Loggerheads. Only 3 hours sleep, brain is fried. Cat, go to bed. Cat, go to bed. I'll be here tomorrow, Duck, and I'll be here the night after, and you're not letting anyone down. Jace is here, Tam's here, I've got moderators. You've been sewing masks like bloody crazy, woman. Go to bed. Go to bed, or take your moderator status off you, and I ban you from the channel for a week. And I'm not joking. go to bed, darling. Okay? Everyone say good night, Cat. No one talk to Cat in the comments after that. If she carries on chatting, I will take a moderator status and I will ban her for a week only, Cat. But go to bloody bed. You've had 3 hours. You've been sewing masks for people left, right and centre, the hospital and everything. Everyone say good night to Cat. Love you, Cat. Yeah, we'll be here, but you need sleep, darling, not chat with us. She's a trooper, yeah, but as a community, sometimes we have to stop people doing too much. There's good people in the world and they will work themselves sick. I've been there. I've done it myself. Yeah? So, let's look after her and make it clear. Cat, you need your rest, darling. Love you, darling. In a couple of hours, this is my cool down time. Right, Cat, how many hours sleep will you get in a couple of hours? I'll give you one chance. If it's a decent amount, then if it's your cool down, cool. Yeah, but if you're telling me you're only going to be getting like 5 hours sleep or something like that, you're going to bed, woman. Cat's going to be like one of these children that we can't send to bed. Is that what you were like, Cat? A few. Go to bed. She won't even tell us. Good night, Cat. Love you, darling, but you know it's the right thing to do. Okay? You can watch me at dinner time tomorrow or something like that. Depending on how much tequila I'm... People don't encourage you. I have a feeling we're not going to get rid of Cat. I do love you, Cat. I really do. You're a trooper, and what you're doing with the masks and everything you do, I think you're a brilliant woman. Yeah, but, you know, I do worry about you times, woman. Sometimes I think you do too much and you should sit back. But if you've got a bottle of tequila... Whoa, Mal has started the show trying to get Cat into bed. It's official. Isolation has hit rock bottom. I think Jace has hit rock bottom. He's turning into me. Right. Okay, for the rest of the night, if Cat is on tequila and refusing to leave, like a child who won't go to sleep, yes, let's not take her too seriously. You know what I mean? You know, when they play for attention. Right. I do worry, Cat. Right, anyway, well, let's move on. Let's talk about the pandemic so we don't have to worry about Cat. Right, so, lockdown situation. So, basically, in the UK, yeah, no choking the panda jokes, please. Stroking the panda, yes. Never mind. Right. With alcohol involved, suspect we will see Mel tomorrow on the site or the news. I'm not actually drinking. I'm on coffee. I'm just in a good mood, to be truthful. My day-to-day, it was kind of weird. I actually felt really tired yesterday. I went to the studio. I did some stuff in isolation. Yeah, but I was really burnt out. Back's been aching a bit. And you guys who know me for a long time, yeah, sitting in this chair for too long doesn't do my back much good. Being desk bound for too long, I like to be up and about and doing things, and so I've been missing the studio. But I found myself going in and enjoying it too much and doing a bit too much, and you know, I felt it the next day. Now I'm feeling a lot better than I did yesterday, which is a good sign. Yeah, so probably just a 24-hour bug that was going through, but I decided not to dive straight back into it. Yeah, and just take a lazy day today. You know what I mean? Just, all right, just relax. And so what did I do when I relaxed? I built terrain. Yeah. So, that's what I've been doing. Now, I've been avoiding the news. Yeah. Well, I haven't been avoiding it. I watched the press conference, but we have reached a stage now where we're calm and we're just cracking on. For me, I think the key one is the antibody tests. You know, I think once we get those and, you know, we start to, you know, identify who's had it, who's got an immunity to it, you know, because there does look like there's some immunity to it if you've had it. Yeah, that's what the science is sort of suggesting. Now, obviously, it can mutate, it can come back. We could have COVID 20 next year. We don't know. Yeah, but right now, Mel is just looking at, right, yeah, let's have an immunity test. Let's see who's had it, because there's a good possibility that quite a lot of us, me included, could have, have had it. I am in the Midlands. We don't know how well it spread. I don't know, to be truthful. I don't know. It's worrying, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It is worrying. I think the worrying thing about it more than anything is because it's one of these diseases where you could have it and have absolutely no symptoms, or as we're seeing, yeah, you can be perfectly well at any age and it can hit you hard. Yeah, so this isn't an old and infirm disease anymore. I mean, if you're healthy, you've definitely got more chance of like getting through it. You know what I mean? That's definitely a case. And as with all diseases and viruses, the more healthy you are, yeah, the better equipped you will be to get through it. To be perfectly honest. Can I be that special someone? Mel. News from the Midlands today of about 160 deaths in the last 24 hours. Now, if there's 160, now these are going to be people who they've had on ventilators for a while and that sort of stuff. Yeah, so they're very early casualties of this, I'm guessing. Because that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, we're not seeing the massness of it yet. I mean, I know people think we are in the UK, but we're not. What we're seeing is the people that they're essentially like, no, these aren't going to recover. Because if you look, there's lots of people going into hospital and recovering from COVID. Yeah. It's the what, and they're not going to say, right, you've had your 2 weeks, let's turn the machines off. These are the people they've had on the machines for a while. Yeah, because what they're looking at is we're going to need these machines soon, and these people aren't recovering. I think if you go on a ventilator, I remember watching. I can't remember whether it was. I can't remember whether it was our chief medical officer or the US chief medical officer, Fauci. Yeah, but one of them said that if you're on a ventilator for more than 2 weeks, the chances of you ever getting off that ventilator are incredibly slim. Yeah, so, there are indications that exposure over a longer period cause more severe illness and symptoms. Yes, I mean, this comes down to all viruses. Okay, right, let me explain this one to you as best as I can. Actually, it's not that hard to understand. Yeah, imagine this is time, yeah, from when you first come across a bit of the virus, yeah, and when it sort of overwhelms your immune system and, you go into fever and that sort of stuff. Viruses replicate and they get bigger and bigger and bigger and they duplicate. Yeah, so it's not really a timeline, it's more of a whoop, yeah, like that, and that's what we're seeing on the charts and everything like that. Now, if your body has a tiny little bit at the start, yeah, then that little bit is going to take longer and longer and longer and longer and longer and longer and longer to build up in you. And your body is going to get a better chance of like giving it a kicking as it does and calming it down and learning how to fight it and build an immunity to it. Yeah? Okay? If at the start you're like wandering around licking doorknobs and giving you as much viruses to go off, then you've got a hell of a lot more. So yeah, so you're going to go whoa much quicker because there's a hell of a lot more for your body to fight against. So the isolation and limiting isn't just about not spreading it. It's also about, listen, if you do get it while you're nipping the shops, you're going to get a little bit. Yeah, and as long as you're healthy, your immune system will be able to deal with that. Yeah? So that's what we're looking at. Yeah, that's why they're talking about with the recovery is a lot about your immune system, your health, and your look at it this way. Yeah, you got the start of the scrap. Yeah, you've got the bit where the COVID's giving you a hell of a kick in. Yeah, and so you are fighting like hell. Yeah, and you're getting really hot and sweaty and your temperature's up. That's the fever bit. Yeah, and when the fever breaks, that's when your body's giving it a kick in enough that it's actually got it in control. And then you start coming back down as your body's like ganging up on it and really putting the foot in. Yeah. Until, it's done with. Okay. Now, yeah, your health at the end and your health at the start and your health over it, all over it. Yeah, the healthier you are, the better your immune system is. Which is why, they're really worried about people like cancer patients and stuff like that, because they don't have an immune system. Okay, but the healthier you are, the better you can fight it. So diet is important. Make sure you're getting your fresh fruits, your vegetables, vitamins and minerals. I've got multivitamins, and then I'm taking a few extra vitamins and minerals, for my immune system. Also, I'm taking fish oils for my brain. Bear really likes Medic Mel. I used to teach this sort of stuff. I used to teach anatomy and this sort of stuff, but I used to teach it to college students and sports college students, which, in all fairness, weren't the most academic, of students. And so, I have a knack for being able to explain complicated things in simple ways. Yeah. Everyone has become too clean on the bacterial level. Yeah, we have got an issue with that. You know what I mean? I always used to say you never see a squaddy with the flu. You know what I mean? And that's because we were scraping our dinner off the floor and still eating it with mud on. And our general immune systems, we're not facing bugs, but at the same time, the bugs are developing against our cleaning materials, and now we're getting super bugs. Eats lots of protein, like beef and chicken too. A balanced diet, carbohydrates is important. Protein isn't so much important, in fighting off. Good carbohydrates, they are. But what I'm saying is, I'm a nursing student myself, so I'm into this stuff. Don't be coming here to get your degree, dude. More truth here than in a press conferences. It's how we do, mate. We talk sensibly. We share information that we know, and we talk. I mean, the thing is, war gamers and that sort of stuff, we tend to be educated people, and there'll be a lot of field people in here, and we always get people chipping in with, little bits of, actually, this is this, and it's coming from someone who works in that field and that sort of stuff. And it's good, because with the press conferences, politicians are holding things back because they don't want to turn around to the general populace and go, look, fact is, you're in it till at least May, and we're not even sure if you're going to be out by August. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the facts on the ground. And I think all realistic people know this is going to go on for as long as it needs to go on. Yeah. Those fish oils sound like shutting the gate after the horse has bolted. Not true. Neurophysiology is dynamic and it changes. You can always improve it. I'm taking myself to the next level, which is about 3 inches further up. You'll call me the brain. Unless that degree is in terrain building, then look forward to a first. Oh, you. Right, so, generally, just getting comfortable with lockdown, I think we are. Yeah, is that panda already gone? No, Pammy's still here. Yeah, we are moving on to terrain very quickly, actually, though, tonight, because we have got terrain to build, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I see a PayPal already. Yeah, so we'll do that one. In the meantime, I strongly suspect Italy will be on lockdown until June, but that's just my impression. Well, to be truthful, Italy's 2 weeks ahead of us. Our scientists are predicting May, so it would stand to reason they would be on lockdown till mid-June on our timetable. Yeah, Zika's saying, giving us stats, and I'm not going to start shout numbers because they're going to become meaningless soon. Yeah, it's not a competition. Yeah. What shall it? But I think the one thing that the key from Zika's post is, what you call it, is we're talking known stats. I mean, in the UK, our method with a lot of countries is it's if you've got symptoms and you're well, then you're not getting tested. You know what I mean? I know some countries are slightly different, but generally in the UK and for a lot of countries, that's the case. And in that case, what do you say? You know, you don't actually know what the numbers are. Also, in the UK, as far as I'm aware, unless you're diagnosed with COVID-19 when you die, yeah, you're not being classed in the deaths. So if you're dying at home, yeah, from a flu, you're not being counted in the stats. So it's hard to go off numbers, to be truthful. I think what we can go off, it's not the numbers I go off, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I go off the response. Yeah, I'm watching Tories, and I don't want to get political, but I'm watching a political party which is fiscally tight-arse when it comes to social programs. Yeah, throwing cash into society so much Jeremy Corbyn is dancing around his living room. And I'm sure he's not, yeah, because I'm sure Jeremy Corbyn would not see anything about this situation as dance-worthy. But do you know what I mean? When I see this sort of responses from governments, then it's like, yeah, this is serious. I may not have the real numbers here, but I don't need the real numbers. I'm looking, mate, I can't go outside my front door unless I've got bloody good reason to. By law. Yeah. We don't need numbers for this situation. We'll just keep calm, stay sensible, and crack on. Right. Over here, we only test people in contact with the health services. It's various, and I think testing will change as as, you know, the availability of testing. At the minute, yeah, they're giving tests to whoever, desperately needs them. Yeah, and rightly so. So the first thing is, you know, they're giving it in the UK, the biggest priority is patients coming into hospital. After that, it's politicians and royalty. And then somewhere down the line, yeah, they're testing doctors and nurses. Not to make sure they're safe, but just to make sure they've got immunity and they can carry on working. No, it does annoy me. It does annoy me. Right. Right, I have a PayPal. First off, in fact, no, I'm not going to do the PayPal. What I'm going to do is, we are half an hour in. I've drunk my drink. Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, Tam's just saying tests aren't for immunity at the moment. Yeah, just for whether you're currently infected. Yeah, they're developing an antibody test, aren't they? But I mean, they haven't had the antibodies available to develop it from until it came along. I mean, you've got to remember this is a completely new virus for the human species, so no one's got immunity. Film actors and soap actors seem to get tested pretty rapido. Oh, that's money, mate. That is very much money. Woman's saying, I can't figure out how to get in from Facebook. Am I the dumb? You should just go to the Terrain Tutor page, mate. And video should be there. Click on it and the comments should come up, scroll underneath. Right, I'm going to put the screen on. Listen, you've got about 2-3 minutes if you'd like a shout out on screen and support this randomness and this keeping calmness and this medical adviceness and this terrain buildingness that's coming up. Yeah, remember, all the money on the shows do go, well, apart from Friday night when we're drinking. Yeah, but we've topped up the beer cabinet. Thank you. Yeah, but tonight's money, they are going to equipment, yeah, with regards to filming better. I'm going for a capture card next so we can see if we can use the DSL, yeah, camera to get really good shots. Yeah, so I'm looking at about 150 for a capture card. This professionalism ain't cheap, is it? But in the meantime, I feel sorry for the footballers taking the salary cut. I think someone should ask the football club why it was they discriminated against their low-paying, yeah, whilst continue paying their high-paying workers. I'm pretty sure that's against the law, isn't it? Anyway, enough on that. Right, if you'd like to support the stream and support me and what I do here, links down below, guys. I'm going to go top up the brew. Yeah, and when we get back, we're going to get into building, because I've got some foam. Yeah, and we're actually going to get onto the desk, and I'm going to start pinning things, PVAing things, and doing what I do best. Cocking up. Right. Stream break. Is back. It is me, the Mel. I'm Pammy. Now, before we start building, yeah, because I've got what we're building here. Yeah, we're not actually working on plastic, but we need the plastic for measurements. Right, before we start the actual building phase of this, yeah, just catch up with the comments. People are talking antibodies. Right, anyway, yeah. Quick little addition. Yeah. Now, as you know, we have merch. Yeah, Jace keeps showing the links in the comments. Yeah, I'm not wearing it tonight. That's because it's all my merch is in the wash. Being a single man now, what do you call it? Obviously, yeah, I wash once a week. It's great. Right, I've got PayPal to shout out, but Yeah, we've been doing Pammy merch. And the wonderful Tanya, yeah, has done us some merch. Yeah, off the back of Pammy. Now, let me find the merch. Where are you, Pammy? There you are, Pammy. Yeah, drag it into OBS. And this is Pammy. Straight over the face, folks. Straight over the face. So there we have it. There is Pammy. Now, yeah, we're going to scale Pammy down just a little bit, and we need a slogan for this comfort pillow. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that to you guys. Yeah, well, we can move Pammy up a little bit, I think, shrink it down, and we want a nice little slogan for Pammy. Pammy, the pandemic panic panda. Yeah, I did it again, didn't I? I'm getting better at that. Pammy, the pandemic. I see, I try it. Kid. So there we have it, folks. Yes, I want to remove Pammy PNG. That was Pammy. Now, we need slogans for Pammy in the comments. Now, looking at the chat, is this the moment where Restream has decided, nope, I'm going to I'm going to abandon the YouTubers and the Facebookers and Twitchers take over the online on-screen chat, is it? That way. It's weird as hell. I'll get used to it. Well, let's get my proper chat back up. Yeah, it looks like YouTube chat has stalled. We know it will restart in a minute. It always does. In the meantime, Pammy says chillax. I like relax, but chillax. Do you say chillax or relax, Pammy? I panda for some terrain building. Oh, Jimmy, that one's brilliant. I agree on that. With Pammy, isolation is easy. Slogan should be, let's get gluing. I panda for some terrain building. I'm liking that one. I am liking that one. That is a good one, to be perfectly honest. Right, bits. Where are bits? Oh, PayPal. Right, I've only got one. I don't mind. Yeah, and watch out, this is from Lee W. He sent a tenner to the pot. That's brilliant. We're on 140 for the capture card now. We are ticking. Thank you, Lee. Thank you. You're a stream hero, mate. Remember, guys, there are links down below. If you go for the first one, you'll get a shout out on screen. If you go the second, it'll appear on there. Yeah, and the rest is supporting the videos and supporting the channel by hitting the actual kit shop itself and getting things. So many links. I've still got to add the merch link in there. My wife says, do I get a free cushion for my slogan? Do you know what, Jimmy? Yeah. If we don't pick another one, yes, I'll get you a free cushion, mate. It'll be easier if I just PayPal you the money, yeah, and you order it, cut it, because I can't put addresses to send samples out to. Yeah, they have to come to me, and then I've got to reship them. So I'll PayPal you the money, and you can order direct, because I'll get a little cut of it back anyway. Yeah, but so far, Gary's coming in with Let's Panda for Gaming. Oh, no. You see, you're jumping on Jimmy's one there, mate. Ooh. Tubman's one. What was Tubman's one? Yeah, Jimmy Tubman. Yeah. And thank you, Lee. If you're in the chat, give us a shout. So, I call copyright infringement. I call copyright ownership. Who owns that slogan? I'll buy it off you for a pillar. So yes, I think it didn't take long for us to get a slogan there. You mentioned some kind of game earlier. I'm intrigued. It's not copyright, it's a homage. Right. building. Right, let's get on to a different cam. Yeah. Right, I can see everything. Right, let's switch over. I just need to check the desk cam. Hello, desk cam. Right, let's give you a bit of a position. Right, let's show. That's probably better, isn't it? Yeah. Right, move the keyboard. And yeah, that's fine. I'll wear my GW lawyer suit and issue a cease and desist order. I'll ignore it. You can take me to court, Jimmy. You can take me to court over the pillar, Jimmy. Right, so we're building now. What we've got is this, okay? And let's be honest, it doesn't look that impressive, does it? Yeah, it's just 2 stands and what you call it, a couple of bits of platform. Yeah, now what I want to do is this isn't what we're building. Yeah, this is a component of our big fusion reactor. And what I want to do is I want to build a bit of foam that'll go there and start to size things up. Now this is because what I'm trying to do is build sections. Now I don't want the whole thing on my table right now, to be perfectly honest, because it's bloody huge. It's a whopper. I made it longer. Sorry, taller. Yeah. But what I do want to do is start including some of the foam elements. So Mel's got some foam. Yeah. First decision, yeah, we've got is, do we go for pink or blue? Now the pink has got some striations on it actually that we could use to good effect. Actually we could. We'd have to be careful to make sure all the cuts are aligned. The blue's just mottled, but we are going to have to go with blue anyway. Tell you what, which is firmer? Yeah, blue. Right, let us go with blue. Yeah, a bit big, yeah? Yeah, a bit big. So let's cut it down. You do something a little bit more manageable. Yeah, so rough cut. When I do my rough cuts, I always make them wavy. Yeah, the reason I always make them wavy is because that way I don't come along thinking like, if I've done like a straight line but it's slightly off angle, come on, thank you. If I've done a straight line and it's slightly off angle, I don't want to go in and think, oh, that's a square, when actually one of the angles is slightly off. So whenever I'm just rough cutting, yeah, I'll put a slightly wavy at, yeah. Now a lot of you will turn around and say, well, why not just get a straight cut and cut it anyway? Yeah, I could, but I'm probably going to have to recut that cut in the future anyway, so that'll do. Yeah, now. Yeah, we've got our first piece of foam. Next thing that we need to do is, foam always gets dented at the corners. Yeah, so we've got to manufacture a new nice clean edge. Okay, so we need one of those. Mel's got to get up and get a short metal ruler because that is in the other room. Sorry guys, I will be back in just a second. Right, now rulers. So, T-square. Yeah, use that to make sure it's perfectly aligned. Move this to across to about there. That'll give us a nice enough. Yeah, secure it. Yeah, don't try and cut through in the first cut. What's Jace after? I think that's brilliant, Jace. I think that's brilliant. Right, so, yeah. Now what we've got is a lovely, sharp, clean corner to work off. Yeah. Next thing that I want to do is we need to figure out, right, how tall do we need our foam piece? Yeah. So straight away, yeah, come on in. This is going to wiggle a little, but it's got a height of 25 millimeters off the floor, yeah, to the, what you call it? Right, these stands are 120 and this is 5 mil. So, yeah, your notes don't have to be brilliant, but yeah. So, come on, focus. Oh, come on, you go, come on. You git. I'm about to bring it right close. You're not going to do that, are you? You git. All it is a, they are. Damn you, light. They are. Can you believe what I have to do because of the lights? That's all it is. Yeah, it's just a picture of the arch and a picture of the slab on top with 120 mil and 5 mil. That's all the sort of notes you need. I need to get a width on it as well, but for right now, 125 mil will take me up to there. Yeah. So that's going there. Right, next one we want is the width of this piece. Yeah, so, yeah, it's 60 mil wide. Ah, I see what Games Workshop are doing here. I'm starting to work out their modularization numbers. You need a whiteboard. Yeah, or some way of drawing on the screen. But all I've done there, yeah, is as you can see, just wrote 60 mil across the top, so I know I'm working with 60 mil. So, 60 mil, yeah, that's on the 4. Yeah, so that would be 10 centimeters. Yeah, and what I'm going to do is just do 2 quick lines. Yeah, I don't need to mark it out with a pen. I just need to make sure my lines are straight. And then if this is correct, yeah, in fact, let's sense check it. In fact, why the hell are we using that? Where's my sprues? Where's my spare bits? There we go. Yeah, just sense check it against a piece. Now you see, that appears longer. Why does that appear longer? That is 60. That's 40. That should be correct. Or it's a couple of mil off. Right. As long as I know it's a couple of mil off, that's fine. So, yeah, 4, 16, I reckon. Yeah, we're looking at, if Mel's done this properly, which we probably haven't, yeah. Don! Dude, thank you, mate. That's some drinking money. Dude, thanks. I love you lot for this. Right. Don't forget your numbers, both. For God's sake, don't forget your numbers. 4 plus 12 is 16. Yeah. Don't you hate those moment of truth moments? Yeah, where it's like, right, Are my measurements correct? We're about to find out. Now, it would be better if I planned all this out and sort of like, you know, cut all the pieces first. But I haven't got any plans for this. I'm just winging it. Yeah, because that's what I feel like doing on it. And yeah, that was good enough for me. It's a little short. I'm not sure if it is a little short because we could press that down when we fix it. I think that's riding up a little. But that is... Let me show you. Massive thanks, Don. You get sort of shell shocked when people do things like that. So, as you can see, cut the perfect bit of foam and it fits perfectly there. Now, next thing I need to do is decide, right, what do we do next? Yeah, obviously, Mel. I know. Yeah, so what I want to do is, what do you want to do? First off, I want a ladder on this. Okay, so this is where we need to just do a quick bit of clip. Snippy snip. Right, they're designed to go under, are they? Okay. Platform and pneumatic bits. You'll see. You'll see. You'll like it. I know that. You know you're going to like it. There we go. Right, clip that out. Now what I'm wondering is if we fix this ladder, where will it go to? Was it long enough to go over the top? Yes. Yes, it is. So what I'm thinking is putting the ladder in there. Now, this ladder is... It's about 16mm wide, so it should fit easily within 2 centimeters, 20mm. This is 60mm, that gives us 20 centimeters either side. Yeah, now what I want to do is I want to have it sort of against there. Yeah, but I want the ladder sort of there. How are we going to do that? I can do steps up to that bit, that's okay. So what I want to do is I want to, there's an element in what you call it in design. Yeah, do you know what? Because Don's donated so much, I can see his icon up there. Yeah, and I can just keep seeing it. It doesn't go away. It just keeps. Thank you, dude. You are a lovely bunch, you lot are. Right. Can you not recess the ladder into the wall? Actually, I've got an idea. I'm going to build the wall over the ladder, if you imagine. Yeah, don't worry, I'll explain this in a second. Yeah, but the idea is that I like, for his flatness is rubbish in terrain. Yeah, we like gribbly details so we can dry brush and get washes in and break up surfaces. And I want to do that with this. Okay, so that's going to be our next task. And what I'm basically doing is, on the very smallest one single step on our large build, I'm concepting the feel of how I want the concrete casemate elements of that fusion reactor, yeah, to feel. And I'm actually not thinking towers, I'm actually thinking open. But we've got to do it sort of step by step, if you know what I mean. So, what happened with the elevator idea? An elevator idea is all right, yeah, but here's the issue I had with the elevator, yeah. I can do an elevator, but it would have to be an elevator that goes up to both levels. So as a movement thing, it could perhaps help going between ground and 1 or 1 and 2, but it would always sort of be like a sticking point for a moving thing. Whereas ladders and that sort of stuff, you know, they imply easy movement and that sort of stuff. Yeah. Also, I have the idea of using the elevator on something larger on a landing pad, and so I'm playing around with how to achieve that at the moment. Why do terrain ladders stop at the level they're accessing? Surely the ladder handrails should go a little beyond the level to make it look right. Typically, ladders should go up to pretty much chest height if you're standing on the area. So you can climb pretty much all the way up to the level and then step off. Yeah, but unfortunately, yeah, in the 41st, in the what you call it, in the 41st millennium, yeah, people have to scramble over the top. Right, so first we need a wiggly bit. We're not going to need much here, so let's just take a corner off here. See, every time, wiggly lines. Yeah, and I will always know that when I come to this piece, yeah, because it's got wiggly lines on it, gonna have to get the T-square. Can't trust that angle, Bose. Because you won't believe how many times Bose has built something, yeah, and then suddenly realised, oh, that piece wasn't straight. It was off by 2 degrees. Which isn't a problem when you're looking at it on your desk as a single sheet. But when it's part of a building you've been building for for like a week. So, yeah, when you're cutting scraps, make your lines wiggle. You might lose like a centimetre or 2 of foam. Who cares? You'll save yourself a lot of heartache if by accident you trust a line that isn't true. Right. So let's clean this up now. There. And we'll start off by trusting a line that could possibly not be true. Well, it's straight. That'll do. Looks true. Could be true. Yes, success. I have painted all the rocks grey. Now put a bit of wash on them. That happened when I built my inn. Yeah, it can hurt. It can really hurt when things like that happen. So I'm one of these people who are like, nah, nah. I am not trusting a line that isn't true. And the way I'm going to make damn sure I don't trust a line that isn't true is I'm going to make damn sure that none of my lines that I cut wiggly, yeah, look anything but wiggly. No, I don't need angles just yet. Right, pins. So what's with the pins, Bose? Right, pins are a great way of marking measurements in foam. Yeah, so, yeah, well, instead of using a biro or a blade, I can come along with a pin. Yeah, and I can now I need, off this one, I need 2 centimetre strips, or 20 mil. So, on the 6, and on the 8. Yeah, moving down. On the 6. On the 8. Yeah. Next one is these need to be a 125mm. So starts on 4. So what we're going up to? 4, 125mm, 165mm. Now another little trick, yeah, is leave your pin in place. And that's the line that you're supposed to draw up to. Simple as that. Right, we know this is 4, so we're going to have to start about there, I reckon. Yeah, and then come back round, and then because we've got our pin marks, maybe we can just line up. Come on, where are you? Yeah, where are you? There you go. Sorry guys, when it comes to cutting and using blades, you know Mel's brain can't do like 2 things or even 1 thing at once. Perfect. Well, happy. So, piece there. Yeah, and then they can go either side of it. And if I'm right, they should be 5mm more. So, yeah. We'll need a little bit of sanding, no doubt, or a bit of touching up. I don't mind that. But now what we have, yeah, is effectively that. Okay, and it's recessed now, and so hopefully if I've cut these right, and it does hope, and it is wiggling a lot because we need to glue it, but let's just do a quick sense check. Yeah, these should, you bugger. Well anyway, let's quickly check with one. Yeah, that should go up to and meet the platform, which it does. It extends an extra 5mm. So the thicker foam goes under the platform, the front foam, yeah, meets the top level of the platform. So tell you what, let's get these glued on. I'm happy with the measurements. I need some PVA. Oh, bugger. Just dropped PVA in me bloody brew. He is drinking and the cuts are small. Is everyone getting like worried? Right. Right, here we go. Put it in. Give it a little wiggle. Now the PVA will be enough to actually hold it. Okay. In place. But a couple of pins strategically placed. Yeah. There you go. We'll hold that in place now, and now that's fixed with the pins whilst the glue dries. And then I can put it quite easily under there. Appears a little short, but I think the bottoms of these need sanding a little. But I'm not too worried. I say that because I know that, you know, with this sort of thing, I can raise this up by at least a mil or two with a bit of plastic card if I need to. Right, on to the next one. Very quickly, that will end up going like that. And so it will end up looking something along the lines of this. Yeah. But a lot better, really. So that's what we're going down the lines. Do you not have issues with PVA in the middle not setting fully on larger parts? No, I've never had an issue with it. Well, I did have an issue with it years ago, and then I started not putting large patches of PVA down. I put lots of little dots down, so there's an airflow in between them, and then they all dry out. Yeah, if you put a large patch of PVA, yeah, the outside dries and makes it airtight, and so the middle doesn't dry. Lots of little dots all over this place maintains channels for the air to dry, so it dries quicker and stronger. Right. And again. So just to demonstrate the dots, yeah, you've got the dots there, give it a squidge, open it up, even squish down, the dots still have gaps in between them. The glue will hold, yeah, but air will get to all the glue and it'll dry. Now don't worry about the pinholes. Yeah, we're going to give this a a bit of a filler wash. And so they'll fill any pinholes. Right, so that's done. Yeah. And then if we put that there. Yeah, you can see where we're going with this. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to put some sides on this. Yeah, and I want them to actually come up onto the barrier. Now we've got to be careful how we do this because I've got to figure out where we're going with this. Yeah, we can do that. So now I want to use 10mm foam for this. So clearing the deck, we need to cut this down into a more manageable size, don't we? We're not going to need massive pieces off this. We're not making a huge building yet. So let's put a wiggle line there. There you are, that's a little bit more manageable to cut with, isn't it? Yeah. Right, I only have 19 pot noodles left, 1 loo roll. Good luck, dude! Does this kit has rail guards for the other platforms? Yeah, there are rail guards for it. I'm not sure where I'm going to use them yet because there's not enough rail guards to do the entire platform. So we've got to give that a bit of a think. Get the old grey matter working on it. Right, first off, if it's 120 up to there, right, I need to connect this. Yeah, I need that there. Yeah, I need a model. Come on, Stormtrooper, where are you? Oh, come on. Right, let me go just get a trooper. So, yeah, he goes on there. And we come down to here. That's interesting. That one's more than 12. So is that one the git? Right, that's why that's a couple of mil off. That initial measurement was off then for some reason. Okay, all right, we can factor that in the future. Such as now. In fact, no, we'll raise it up by 3 mil, I think. What should we do? Okay, let's build with proper measurements. So we want that to 127. So we need 2 mils on top of that original one. You could always make some simple open rails from wire and place full guards where it's important. Yeah, or you can make chain rails quite easily enough. Cocktail sticks and a bit of chain. That isn't hard to do. Right, so 127, and then we'll take it up to, say, 130. 127, and let's have another, how many meters on that? To leg size, do you reckon? Let's go 150. Right, so 150, it's taken up to the 17. Everyone's like, what's he on about now? Don't worry. I know what I'm doing, I think. Ooh, that was a dodgy cut. Better. Right, so we need this to be at 150. Bit higher than 150 won't matter. As long as we go straight. I hate cutting right-handed. Right, that'll do. Let's just get this chunk out. And then we can figure out what we're going to... Well, I know what I'm going to do with it. Yeah. You muppet. Okay, we can go with that. Just next time, remember the right measurements, idiot. Right, now. So I want that to go to this. Can be right. Put that back in there. Things you have to do to get a straight line. I'm not a fan of that cut, to be truthful, either. Which is just as well we're cutting it off. You git, why are you being an absolute git? What's gone wrong there? Really? You've done this one too short as well, you numpty. You even included the extra 2. Oh, you idiot. This is going to get interesting. No, that's not what I imagined. That's what I imagined. So how are we going to redo that? I'll tell you how we're going to do that. Ooh, that's bad. That's poor. Right, that's a bad idea. That's clearly a bad idea. Put it like that. Let's just double check that it's a really bad idea. This is why Cat does not realise then it is stretched and playing knives with knives is dangerous. I'm not playing with knives, mate. Let's start funding for that. Fish oil. Yeah, don't you see, it's a poor cut, to be truthful. I need something that's better than that. So I'm going to accept that that's a failure, and instead go for a recut. And let's just go with the level. So we know we want that. So we want it to extend about there, don't we? Yes, we do. Yeah. Looks okay to me. So let's try this again. All I'm basically doing is just cutting a recessed chunk out of the foam. Yeah. So it goes into the platform. That's what I'm thinking, to be truthful. Something along those lines. Yeah, but what I wanted to do is first get a feel for how I want the concrete walls to meet up with the barrier. So if we bring the barrier back round now, yeah, with that side edge on, yeah, we know we've got to raise this up a little, but that meets quite nicely now. I quite like that, to be truthful. Now whether it'll meet on the piece we need it to meet on, which is a piece over here, probably not. In fact, it's not going to look right. You get. But that one's going to have to go on that side, isn't it, then on that one? Yeah. So that goes to there. This is going to need sanding flat properly. There's a bevel on the cut. Yeah, but that can go to there. And then wherever we've just cut off there needs to be cut in a triangle. I'll put back into that. Alright, try that side. That feels better. Now if that goes into there, that should fit that corner much better. Yes, it does. Perfect. Blue foam, red blood. Sounds like a shark movie. Right, so that goes to that. And all I've done is the square we cut out of it. Yeah, we took the square out. Yeah, and all I've done is I've cut the square in half and made a triangle of it because this is a corner piece here. And I'm going to need this wall to extend. Yeah. On my piece, oh you git, I've done it on the wrong bloody side. Have I? This one is going there. So yeah, it is this side it needs to be on, which means that triangle needs to be the other way bloody round. Needs to be that way. Genius both, because it's going to go effectively there. So we need to make sure that that fits. Yeah. Right. Let me glue that back in properly and pin it. And then we can work on the other side. Did anyone else see that coming? Oh, shut up. Stop it, you lot. You're awful. You're incorrigible. Incorrigible, that's what you are. Awful. You should be banned for the safety of the realm. Banished. Now, if we've done this right, shut up. If we've done this right, that will fit here against your git. Right. You haven't just done another numpty, have you? No, that's right. That's okay. You're all right. You're right. You just got it on the wrong side, for God's sake. It can happen to anyone. Mistakes happen. So, happy with that, though. Very happy with that. So, tell you what, let's get this glued on, because we're just waving it around. First off, yeah, just to remind me. Next, sandpaper. Come on, we must have a bit of sandpaper. Don't be an idiot. Have you left the sandpaper at the studio, Bose? You muppet. Yeah, all right, we'll have to carry on cutting. We'll have to glue tomorrow after I'm back from the studio. Right, so we know that we've got one wall, we've got the other one. It can happen to anyone, it just happens more often to Mel. So we've got that one done. The next wall is going to be a lot easier, he says. Now, first off, it needs to be wherever this is, because we didn't actually measure it. It happens to be 127. Make a quick note. Don't know why it's 27 mil, but hey ho. Right, and I want it to go up an extra couple of centimeters. So what's its height? Its height is 125, so we want 165 at least, I would have said. Yeah, 160. Let's go 155, which will be 195 on the cut. So 195, right up there. Right, need to put a pin in there first off. In fact, can I capitalize this from here perhaps? Is that long enough? Just. We'll take it this way then. We'll take this piece off. Right. It's easier to just turn the piece round, because writing his notes has helped so much so far. Oh, shut up. Can you imagine how bad it'd be without the notes? Get another lime off the tree, feeling relaxed and returning to my happy place. She's back to a tequila. Right, so 195 pin. That's 190, isn't it? I want 195. In fact, no, 190 can do. I can work with that. Yeah. That's okay. So, right. That one. It's time for precision cutting. And everyone starts panicking. Right. Yeah. And if I've got that right, I haven't. I haven't. What the bloody hell have I made a mistake now? What are you doing, Bose? Why did that turn out like that? Why? I don't understand. That makes no sense either way, Bose. No sense. I think I should start drinking when I'm doing these. Because I seem to do a lot better when I'm drinking. To be perfectly honest. Let's try this again. What 5ml did I forget? That's okay. Right. Oh, look, it works. Yeah. And then, in fact, I'm not even going to trust my measurements. I'm going to take it off the bloody plastic on this one. Yeah. Now I know why I did it wrong. Because it was supposed to hang over the bloody edge. That's why it was supposed to be lower. It wasn't supposed to go over the top. It was supposed to chevron against it. It's Jace off. Catch you later, dude. Auxies! Oh, the new merch is up, is it? Nice one. Order yourself one, Jimmy, and then send me a screenshot of your order, mate. Auxies, but oh, nice. Thank you, buddy. Yeah. So let's try this again. Yeah. That should now fit there. Now it's slightly under. Don't bloody care. Yeah. So, if we're slightly under, might as well have some fun with it. Because it's going on an end piece like that, so bevel that off perhaps, because it will be coming. Have you really just done that? You muppet. I keep. Just bevel the wrong side, Bose. Just bevel the wrong side. You see, this is what I do, yeah, just to make sure I know what I'm doing. Oh, it's been one of those shows. I think I needed this. I really think I needed this. And if that one goes to there, I think. That one will go to there. That one technically, no, that doesn't go to there, it goes to there. In fact, it's upside down, you muppet. I have no idea how I get away with building any terrain whatsoever. But, yeah, what we're working towards is something along the lines of this. Once we've got all our angles and cut and everything measured out. Yeah? Like I say, I'm concepting now. I'm probably going to rebuild this anyway. Yeah, but the idea will be that it will come along and it will be able to fit, if you imagine, yeah, up against one of these. In fact, basically, it's going to fit like, ow. Come on. Right. Come on, that's all I need you to do. Just that one. I can't let go of this piece. Come on, you fall apart every other time. Thank you. Right, so, yeah, on there, over there, we've got a gantry that's like that. We've got a furnace reactor on that side. It's refilling the scraps box. Oh, you shut up. You can tell she's had tequila. Mel, you can talk your way out of any wobble. I can. Yeah, but that's going to go into there, essentially. Yeah, and once we've trimmed everything off and neatened it all up and made it all nice, I will be a happy bunny. But now I've got a better idea of how I want it to work. I wonder if we can. I think I will end up recutting these pieces, to be truthful. If only to watch, call it. Now I've had a play and I can get a feel for it. And I'm starting to see it come together. Which is obviously the crucial bit. So I think that is a definite. I've got tons of foam. I can certainly do that. I can't believe that, Bevel. Right, folks, let me go to the old face. This is me face. Right, I have had a good play tonight. God, I love the chat tonight. You lot, I know you lot, while I've just been cracking on, have just been taking the mick out of me, as you always do. Yeah, well, I don't mind. It's okay. If you've had a laugh, yeah, then it's what the show's meant to be. We have had a play. I've got some concepts in mind. Yeah, I know roughly what I'm doing now, and I've rechecked measurements and stuff like that, so I can do it properly. You got to remember, trying to do this stuff live as well isn't easy. Yeah, but enough excuses from me. Yeah. Oh, you are already starting. So we are going to wrap up the show now. Yeah, I will be back tomorrow night with more Isolation Reach goodness. You guys already know what's coming. Yeah, as I asked you at the start, I'll ask you at the end. Yeah, 10 taps. That's all I want from you. Okay? 4 for the hell, 1 for the space, 4 for the air, and 1 to hit return and put a smile on my face and let me know this has been worth it for you. Come on, all you guys who've just been painting along and said nothing in the chat, this is your moment. In the meantime, folks, thanks for another cracking night. Yeah, had a brilliant one. I'll see you tomorrow, yeah? All the best. Ta-ra.